Good evening, everybody. It's your boy JP. I'm in the lab. I'm finna get ready to do some pastaliya. Uh, yeah, let's get into it. Before we get into it, make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe to any platform you're watching me on. And we're gonna do this right now. First, I got the my skillet, my Bobby Flay skillet. It's on medium right now. Gonna put some olive oil in here. About 2 tablespoons in there. I pre-cut up all my vegetables and my sausage. Didn't do my chicken. I didn't do my chicken thighs, but I think I'll do that. What is this? I diced up my my Georgia sausage because it got a kick to it, y'all. I had to go back to Georgia sausage. I did my last one with andouille, but I had to do it. I had to do my Georgia sausage. Got a kick to it. And I like a nice little kick in my Creole food. So we got it on medium, a little bit medium high. And I did it. I cut up the sausage like that because it cooks better and it's like meatier, more meat in the pastaliya, it seems like. So that's where I got it, and it browns really fast. I just seasoned up my chicken with Lowry seasoning salt, onion powder, garlic powder. I ran out of smoked paprika. Shame on you, John. So I used a little bit of cayenne pepper just for a little bit of color. And I know cayenne pepper is a little spicy too. So that's gonna help with the Creole taste. So I'm just going ahead and make sure all of these are coated pretty well. I didn't want it to get too orange with the cayenne pepper because I didn't want it to be too hot. But this is what we got. There we go. That's the color I got on my chicken thighs. So these are browning nicely, and they brown easily around, so I ain't gotta like flip them if they slice. I can just stir them around if they dice, and make sure all the color is brown. Now that looks like everything is brown. looks brown. So let me go ahead and take these out and put them to the side. And we're gonna go ahead and start browning these chicken thighs. Put all my chicken over. It doesn't have to be fully cooked. You just want to get a good browning on them. You want to get a good browning on it, good color on it. I want it a little darker than that though. Looking at the chicken here. Don't mean to, because it's going to get diced up anyway. It's no big deal. Okay. This is about the color that I want. Go a little bit darker, but you're going to still cook it in the pastaliya. So let me take all of these chicken thigh pieces out. And I'm going to put them off to the side. Y'all see all that brown color at the bottom of there? That's called seasoning for the pastaliya. So, I told y'all I diced up my vegetables earlier. This is a half a yellow onion. I had some big onions, so like a half a yellow onion, and I'm gonna saute it by itself because it takes the onions a little bit longer to saute. So I'm gonna put that in there, spread them out, and let them cook. Now to finish up this Holy Trinity, this is my sauteed onions. They're a little brown, just like I like them, translucent. Now to finish up this Holy Trinity, we got some peppers and some celery, diced, pre-diced. I diced them up off camera earlier. You see the celery, red pepper, and the green pepper. and let them go. And for a while, I let them get translucent. It's a lot of vegetables. And I didn't even use a whole red pepper or green pepper. I only used like a fourth of it. But I did use a whole celery stalk. Sliced that up in half the long way. And then diced it up. I sliced it up in half the long way and then diced it up. Okay. Taking a while for these green peppers to get translucent. I just gotta stir them up a little bit more. Because some of them are translucent, some of them aren't. How are we getting there? Go ahead and mix up some garlic. Get like 4 big cloves here. Stuff it in the mixer. And squeeze. Chop them off with that right there. And then there's some shredded up garlic inside. I'm gonna take that out. And use that as well. It's still minced, it just didn't come out the holes. We're gonna mix that around until that garlic becomes fragrant. Just make sure you don't burn your garlic when you mix up your garlic. Keep that moving around so that garlic don't burn. And then we're going to start incorporating our ingredients. I got a half of stick of cream cheese here. No, not going to happen. So I got a fresh block of cream cheese here. We're going to push it in here. Let that melt down. Stir that up. You gotta stir it up. Chop it up. We got a can of Rotel tomatoes, hot, with diced tomatoes, with habanero peppers. And I got a can of cream of mushroom soup. I'm gonna poke a hole at the bottom. And open the soup. It comes right out of the can if you poke a hole at the bottom. Doesn't suction up in there. Stir that together. This is 5 cups of water. We're not going to use, I don't think we're going to use all 5 cups. So, I do like these sun-dried tomatoes. These sun-dried tomatoes be tasting pretty good, and they bring a little flavor to your dish, whatever you're cooking, whether it's spaghetti, lasagna, any dish that you need diced tomatoes for. Sun-dried tomatoes gonna bring that extra flavor out. Mix that in there. So we're going to turn this up to high and add some water. I want that to start bubbling as fast as possible. So we brought it back up to a boil. And now it's time to start seasoning this thing. I'm going to use the same seasons I used on the chicken. Lowry seasoning salt. Onion powder. garlic powder. Now we didn't use this seasoning on the chicken, but we're going to use it in this pastaliya. It's Tony's Bold Creole Seasoning. So, and you see that the peppers in there, that red signifies it's hot. So, it's going to be a big part of pastaliya. So, you want to make sure, because how your broth tastes is how your pasta is going to taste. So we got it to a rolling boil. Turn it back down to a medium. And we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce on it. Don't need that much Worcestershire. And keep it stirred in. And we're going to taste and see if we need anything to add. Gotta add anything. A little bit more Creole seasoning. A little bit more Tony's. So y'all, I am going to put in my sausage back in. Dice up my chicken. I'm gonna season. I got some shrimp. I'm gonna season some shrimp with some Old Bay. I could have shredded this with my hands. All right, I just opened this box of angel hair pasta. And what we're gonna do, get a small little pinches, a handful. Break it in half and spin it around in there. Wish I had a bigger pot. I could make my spin a little bit harder, bigger, because you don't want your pasta sticking to one another, and then you have to break it up when it's cooked. So you're not gonna stir your pasta in, you're gonna just push it down. You're just gonna push it down. Push it down. And bring it back up. Push it down. And bring it back up. Some of them sticking already. That's why I wish I had a bigger pot to spin them in, so they can pretty much spread open. I did what I could. Here's my shrimp. And my Old Bay. Take longer for noodles to cook than the shrimp, so that's why the shrimp going in last. Y'all know the shrimp cooked too long, it tastes a little bit rubbery. Let me season for this. That's how your shrimps will look. A little seasoned, a little coated on them. We're going to put these puppies right in here. And make sure they're submerged. And we'll be ready in about 20, 25, 30 minutes. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to any platform you're watching me on. Okay, there it is. It looked like my shrimp done, so I turned off the oven. I'm gonna just let it sit and let the liquid evaporate out and soak up in the pasta, soak it up. So be with me when I plate it up.